Hey guys, Father Time, I'm back. So it's our fourth in the series. Oh, I got to get my altimeters as we climb through 2992, climb through 18. Let me do that. So it's fourth part of a series I'm doing. It's basically called Father Time, Story Time with Father Time. Be honest with you, there's a guy called Moosestaffa, who I would recommend if you really want a good thorough going over of this. He's been flying it a while. What do I bring to the table? Why would you want to watch me? Because I have 2,000 hours in the airplane. I actually flew this thing as a captain, check airman with American Airlines. Right now I'm in Nav, climbing to 31 out of Long Beach for Las Vegas. We did the orientation video, we did the origination pre-flight, and number 3 was pushback, start, taxi, takeoff. And this is the last part, which will be from climb out to landing and shutdown at Las Vegas. So in the interest of keeping them on the shorter side, I broke it up into 4 separate things. I am not a expert in immersion in the simulator. I've only been flight simming for 10 months, retired from American Airlines back in September. Today is January 16th, 2024. I retired September 6th, 2023 off the 777 in New York. Please join our Discord down there in the bottom corner and click on my face. That was me going out to my airplane right prior to my retirement. My wife took that picture. She came with me to Paris, my final flight. I was type rated at one time or another. I was Air Force instructor, mostly T-37s and KC-135s, a couple of years in there. And then I went on with American Airlines 1987, A300-600 for 5,000 hours. And then I did my training in Toulouse. Did some videos on that one, that Inibuilds airplane. I'm working with the TFDI development team on the MD-11. I have 2,000 hours in that. Flew that from 92 to 96 to 97. And then I went over to the 7675 for 14 years after 9/11, and because I was instructor on the Super 80, they got rid of the instructors in New York to save money, so I went over to the 7675, and then I went to 73. I got tired of being junior, went over to 73 for 2 years, got tired of being domestic, went to the 75 for my last 5 years, flying internationally all over the world. So I'm mostly an international pilot. I love this thing though. It's the backbone of American Airlines, 350 of them. We own 350 MD-82s, 83s. When I came on, they were steam gauges, we called them. The round dials, no glass, no box. Had a little bit of Marconi things going on down there. You cross-tuned VORs going across the country. Mostly, to be honest with you, they give you a vector, so they knew that you had to do that. But it was a great airplane. American had great success with it. And I really did like it. I really enjoyed it. So we're going to try to do a profile descent and arrival, which I've never done. Let me get started. It's going to take me a while. It's a very short flight. We're going to be landing here in just about 25 minutes, so 30 minutes. Basically going to level off for a short period. So let's get the approach out and start looking at that. We're going to go to flights and get Las Vegas in here and Star. And we're doing the Runderez arrival. So here we are, coming in over play, missing at 24, WADAV of 19. Missing at 24, WADAV above 19. It's missing at 24, WADAV above 19. Let's go back in here. You don't need to see that one. And then Ronderes, whatever that is, at 250 between 19 and 13. Ronders, 250 between 19 and 13. It's not 13 and 19 yet. Looks good, looks good. Rumley between 13 and 10, and Bomb between 11 and 8.6. Rumley between... Oh, that's a different arrival. Sorry, guys. Hang on 1 second. We're not going that way, are we? No, we're going Grim. Grim, so Butte, Grim, Butte, Envy at 11, and then down to 8 and 210. Grim, Butte, 12, 11, and going down to the bottom of 8 radar vectors for the ILS 26 left. That's the arrival. That's the star. And we are leveling off, by the way, at 31. 30 for 31. We'll do the cruise checklist in just a minute. There's our top of climb. We do a fuel check. Looks like 111,550. And we check that against what we were supposed to have on the flight plan. All right, back here, I said kind of a fast flight plan. ILS to 26 left. We're planning on Zulu ILS, Zulu 2269, 200 on the altitude. I usually just set this bug here. It's my little technique. 2269. So I'm going to put 269 over here. We'll know it's 2269. 269. And 111,559. 111,559. I wonder if I could do it this way. Yeah, I can use my Logitech panel. 111,559. And if we want to do an auto land, we would have to put it also the other side, 111,5 and 255. Otherwise, we're just going to do a plain ILS, so we don't have to worry about that. Putting it on the other side. I'm not going to bother for sim purposes. All right, so this is the ILS Zulu 26 left at Las Vegas, 111,5, 259. We've got rail in at 2,800, coming up in over Preno at 8. Min sector altitude in that area is pretty high, so we're going to be coming in and 6,600. We're going to have to really be careful. Radar vectors to final. Come in over probably Preno at 8,000, and that'll keep us above the min sector in this part of the arrival. Going down to 2269, that's 200 on the barrow, and that's all good. There's a top of descent right there, guys. And so I could actually come up here, right, and I could technically put in 8. We're in VNAV, and arm it, and 8 is armed. And it should start down when we get there. And let's see, missed approach is in the box, but it's a climb at 3,200, climb right turn to 6,000 and outbound the VOR. So basically, let's see, up here and hold out Las Vegas. After landing, 10-9. And we're going to land on 26 left. We'll hold short of the inboard, probably clear at Alpha 6. We'll go spoilers on, auto brakes, put on medium, and we'll park somewhere up in here and run the checklist. So anyway, that's about as far as I've gotten. Let me go back to the checklist before we have to start down. Descent, after takeoff checklist, descent, MSA, approach landing briefing. Let's do the landing numbers. Man, it's a busy little flight, ain't it, Paul? Landing. What are we going to land at? We'll call it 116. It's good enough. Some guys get all bent out of shape doing this thing. So, and we're going to do KLAS, runway 26 left, 26 left dry, winds at Las Vegas. 240 at 3, and altimeter is, and it's 10 miles visible. They stay 3014. 240 at 3, 3014. 240 at 3. And really critical is I do have the pressurization set up, and the temperature is 4. Kind of a cold day there. Temperature is 4. Landing weight, what did I say, 116? There we go with 116. I wouldn't get too excited about making this exactly right. And there it is. These are our bugs. I can come in here and set them. Top of descent, it should be starting down momentarily here. Flaps 28, 159. What do we decide? Flaps 28, flaps 40. Here we go. We're starting down. We call out of the altitude. There's our bug set. And what are those bugs? Let's take a look what they mean. We've got a bug up there at 220. That's where we have to. 220 is our up and retract. So we'll have the slats out after that. Otherwise, we're limited to 15 degrees. Zero extend is 174. So it's up and retract, zero extend, 174. These speeds are unbelievably high. Unbelievable. Look at them. 280. That's what I've been impressed with. Full 240. You can go all the way at 195 before you go flaps 28 to 40. I guess we can't arm. There's something about it's doing a nice job descending here. Should be monitoring this here, by the way. Legs at or above, missing at 24. That's our first one. No way to display the altitudes on here, I guess. Let me get this down a little bit. Okay, looks like we're well on the way to doing that properly. Okay, descent check. MDF landing data is confirmed. Debugs are set. Radial altimeter set. Hydraulic system set and check. Come back in here. Get aux on. Put these back to high so that when we configure, we don't lose pressure. That's set. Brake temps are good. Descent, rail, hydroxide pressurization checked and set. And that's what I was talking about before. Field elevation is 2180. Altimeter is 3014. Make sure of that one because that's not what I had on the ground back there. Yeah, 3014 at Las Vegas. Okay. I think it looks good. So let's go back in here. It's doing a nice job. Yeah, we did not really have this leveling at 24. And now it's going to go down to at or above 19 at Wadov. Wadov's up here at or above 19. So yeah, we did not have the Honeywell, and this vertical nav wasn't really good. We just kind of did everything in like vertical speed, level change, a little bit of VNAV. But we certainly didn't fly VNAV approaches. It was more of a manual airplane. I'm sure I got off it, and we kept them another 14 years or so. I'm sure they evolved into having all this stuff, but not while I was on it. It was definitely, you got to be a real pilot in this thing. It did a lot of hand flying. You did a lot with the panel to make it as smooth as possible. Like, in other words, if you wanted to go indicate airspeed like a level change, you would go 1,000 down, and you hold the throttles while you push flight level change. Otherwise, they go up and back, and the people in the back. So you had to really kind of do a little bit of gamesmanship to fly this thing properly. All right, so going all the way down to 8, and eventually down to 4. I'm going to take a look at the box here. And next page, at above 8. I'm going to put Shand as a hard 48. 48. I just kind of always got in the habit of doing these at or aboves on final, making sure that that's what they were. Okay. What we do? Flaps 40? We'll do flaps 40. Now, I think I'm not allowed to arm the auto brakes. I can get them kind of in the ballpark. Is medium. Until we're on final. Same thing with the spoilers. I think pretty much configured gear down. So it's kind of like gear down, so arm the spoilers and arm the auto brakes. VNAV descent, how we doing? Watt of ever above 18, 19. Just monitoring, flying along with this. Then it's Rondra is below 19. So it's not in a hurry to get down because it's at or above at Watt of. We do have to watch it because it's a 250 at Rondra's 250 knots. Want to make sure that it knows enough to do that. Otherwise, we'll have to do FM speed override and take it over manually. Right now we are in FMS speed. Beeper, yeah, all good. Hope you're enjoying this, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like it. Go to our Discord if you wouldn't mind joining. Please participate over there. You can post pictures, tell stories, no matter what level you are in aviation. If you're an old guy like me, that's fine. If you are a young guy, that's great too. And just getting started, we have a lot of guys like that. Real nice group of guys. It's not a toxic place at all. Very safe place to go, in my opinion. I think the guys are just absolutely terrific. I'm going to set this. I want this a little further forward for landing, so I reset my view. I have a guy over there named Benchy that helps you out a lot with my Discord page. He did, and if I have a technical problem, he comes in there. And guys, if you see anything in my production that you think would help me, especially correcting anything I say that's wrong, I know I'm new on this thing. I kind of just wanted to show you how a guy could just study, a guy like Moosestaffa's stuff, come in here and on his second flight, at least get this far. Lord only knows how I'm going to do going forward. Hopefully I do a decent landing. I've been landing big airplanes for a number of years, so hopefully I don't flare at 40 feet and put us off the end of the runway. Nah, we won't do that. We don't do that. All right, so is it going to make this? Here comes the profile here. You can't see that, can you? Oh. I didn't even know you could do that. Map mode, localize, that goes to the different modes. Huh, I didn't know that could do that. Mr. Fingers, Happy Fingers. All right, there we go. We're back on the profile. It's descending. I'm looking for 250. I don't know about that. Is it going to do it? I don't know. We'll watch it. I don't think so. I'm just curious to see how it does, guys. So Rondra is below 19 and above 13, but 250 knots. So I'm looking for the speed to come back here in a moment. Drag required. There we go. Didn't like that. We'd help it out a little with the speed brake. It did do 250. Every airplane, you guys know that. You really gotta follow along. I'm gonna put the lights on now, guys, while I'm thinking about it. Remember, it's 10,000. Stereo starts 10,000 AFL, so today that's about 12.2 is when stereo period. It's not 10,000 on the altimeter, but 12,000 out. It's getting a little slow because I had the speed brake out a little too long. There it goes. Yeah, all these VNAV airplanes, you got to kind of fly along with them. They will all bite you in the butt. That's when I leave my switches in the on position. That's what happens. All right, coming up out of 18, going to be looking for 3014. It's 3017. That's what they think it's supposed to be in this area. That's fine. It's coming down nicely. So it's going to come up and do a big left downwind, right-hand turn for a left downwind. It's runway 26. We'll vector ourselves in, see if we can put this thing down, taxi to the gate. But this one's probably going to be more like 40 minutes on this flight to finish up this little series. Then I'll start flying some fun flights in this thing and getting used to it. I've got to go back over to TFDI. They've been kind of on a hiatus for the flight testers, with some exceptions that flight testing wants to do, just because they're redoing the whole flight profile phase, which is coming out good. So I've been able to come back and do the Airbus series on the Inibuilds Airbus and do this little series with equal proficiency, which is not much, right? All right, what's our next one? At or aboves, a bunch of at or aboves. So it's going to hang high as it makes its way down here. And we pretty much fly right along with these airplanes as they go, because they definitely will miss altitude restrictions. Usually it's something that we've done wrong, right? This one's doing great though. Been very impressed with this product. What I'm super impressed with is all the publications they give you in your files. Normals checklist, expanded normals, landing, cold weather, takeoff. Geez, I mean, it's fantastic. And full operating manual with systems and procedures, and so much literature out there to get yourself proficient on this. I mean, it's a lot of airplane. It definitely is a lot of airplane. I want to get this checklist ready to go here. Descent, takeoff, after landing, descent, pressurization, for takeoff, after land, approach, cabin signs on. Yep, they've turned them off. Fuel panel is set. Fuel system set. Altimeters and bugs checked. Approach checklist is complete. And let's go to the overhead. And EOAP panels, all the lights are out. And we can definitely get them ready early. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please. You know, I've done that before. Flight attendants, prepare for landing, probably be a little better, right? And you know, I've actually done that in the plane, as you can imagine. Just checking the panel for anything that jumps out at me up there. A little paranoid not being proficient on this thing, you know. Yeah, so part of my mentoring, my retirement plan, and my plan on giving back is to do this stuff on YouTube, help out TFDI, help out PMDG, help out all the young guys for as much as they want me, for as much as I'm good at it. Just give them my best. It's not really any money. I don't know if you guys knew this in YouTube. There really isn't any money in it to speak of. I think I have coming up on 1,600 subscribers. And I think I made $100, and it probably cost me $5,000 a year to produce things. It's a hobby, and I'm not a golfer, but if I golf, it'd be way more than $5,000. So I've got $10,000 worth of equipment down here, some wasted, sitting in boxes over there, stuff I thought I needed that I didn't need. I got the heads-up stuff that never worked, all sorts of stuff. All right, that's 10,000. AFL, above field level. So we're going to say that that's they're stabilized. It's doing a nice job on this VNAV descent. A really nice job. I'm impressed. I get up at 3 a.m. today. Had this stuff going through my mind. I sort of operate like that. Right now it's 7:18. I watched a few videos from Moosestaffa, read a couple of things, tried to get myself up to speed. Got to get this heading bug. That's not good. Could move the heading bug up around. And I'm going to turn it to, we're going to be doing a downwind. So that would be 080. Kind of get that ready to go, right? What am I doing? I can do this. Got my handy dandy. Zero. Get that ready. It's supposed to be at 210 at Redden. We'll see about that. Redden's in 10 miles, 8 miles. We'll see if the speed drops down. I can help it out a little by giving a little bit of slats. It's coming out.
Slats extended.
And I can actually help it out with the FMS override on the speed and bring this back to 210. Why not, right? Make sure 210 at Redden. I think it would have done it, guys. I'm just kind of making sure. Now that I got slats, I can go over 15 degrees of bank. Clean. Otherwise, if I got below that, I'd have, with those slats, I'd have to limit myself to 15 degrees of bank. Stream of consciousness, don't forget that, right? That's what I'm doing. I think that's good enough on the auto brakes. I'm going to do this. I'm sure there's a reason why they do that, but I'm going to forget it if I don't. Oh, it doesn't allow me till the gear's down. Okay. That's why. It's getting a little bit high, but we should be able to come down nicely. A little more flaps. At or above 9 at Redden. Right there, we're at or above 9. That looks good. This is so cool. Remember, Shand was on the approach. Where is that thing? Shand was at 4,800. That's what I'll plan on. We got to be at Bourbon. At 8. And we got that 8 and 210. After that, I'll give myself radar vectors. This ought to be interesting, getting myself in here, since I really haven't done a lot of it, have I? Look, I'm already making excuses. What a wuss. All right, so there's Bourbon, 8 and 210, right about there. I think I'm going to go heading select, go straight ahead. I'm going to bring my altitude down to 6,000 and go indicated airspeed down to 6. Clamp, IAS. Oh, I got to arm it. There we go. Okay, so I don't know why that didn't do that. So let me go vertical speed, and we'll go down to 6. We're not worried. Yeah, okay, so you guys can critique me. I put 6 in there, and I thought I armed it with this, right? And it showed up as armed. It's got 2 little dashes there. It didn't want to go down, so I'm not really sure why. I'll have to study that a little bit. Plan is to pin over Shand at 1400. I think I can actually start a left-hand turn when I get down to 6. Gotta be careful of the mountains down here. Let's go direct. Go in here. We're going to go direct to Shand. Shand. Execute. In here. And nav. There it goes. I'm going to put 4800 in the window. That's what I want to be at Shand at. All right.
Flaps 15.
And Shand is 10 miles from the field. Back in here.
Autopilot.
I don't know why I did that, guys. Funny. I think maybe one of my buttons, it's happened a couple of times lately. I think maybe one of my buttons is mislabeled, misaddressed by me on my controller. Alright, there's Shand going to 4800. The bar shows that the banana here shows that we will be at Shand. I guess I can't click on that, can I? There's runway 26 left out there. Here's another thing, guys. Getting this to go, the altitude to go to 4800. I'm going to have to learn how to do that. Go to 100s. All right, let's get the ILS armed. Not the localizer, but the ILS. And I'll bring the speed back. So 180. All right, why is it doing that?
Altitude. Altitude.
Yeah, it's low capture.
Altitude.
Speed's coming back. 172, gear down. Should be able to arm these now, right? Yep.
Gear
Flaps
down,
28.
3 green.
Kind of spazzing out a little on these things, guys. Not that there's anything wrong with that. All right.
Flaps 40.
All right. Checklist is complete. Autopilot's off. Let me come up and get this glide slope. Bring it up. Not pretty. Not pretty. There's the glide slope coming down. Down 3 green. I think I gotta go both on the ignition. Where's that thing? Yep, that doesn't help. Stable, right? Little bit of a look up the overhead, pull to the left. All right, so after landing, before landing, approach checklist, we're all good. We're all good. Line up on the runway. Frames per second's dropping off a little bit. All right, so I got to remember not to flare high. So we're nice and low, like 10 feet or so, right? Second approach, guys. Go easy on me.
500. 400.
Never set go around power. I should have.
Terrain.
Yeah, okay.
200.
I'm gonna publish this as shitty as it is.
100.
Drug in.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Well, that one messed up, baby. Look it over on the runway. Here we go. Reverse. Come on, baby. Yeah, my frames per second are really down there.
60 knots.
There we go. And don't know what that is, guys. I'm gonna have to stop it. Let me see here. Don't know why I did that. Okay, well, you know what? Don't know what's going on with any of that. Auto reverse. Yeah. A lot of simisms there. Got frames per second dropping off. Never did capture the glide path. Don't know why. Still frames per second dropping off. Started spinning around on final. But we made it. I like the airplane. That's, I think, my sim that's doing that stuff after landing. Flaps and slats up. Auto brakes are off. And they are already off. Oh, come on, man. Okay. You guys don't need to see this. Alright, guys. I'm going to stop it here. Let me escape. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with my sim, but I'm not displeased. I'm not displeased. We'll have to work on that. Work on a few things, but that was awful fun. Don't forget to subscribe. Help me out. Don't know why that thing was spinning around like that. Such is the nature of sim world. Don't have time to redo it. I'll throw it on there. You guys can help me out, whatever you can come up with. Okay? Father Time is out. Appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe.